Okay, I'm going to start a series of videos on the Kool iron. It's the Pro 2 Kool. It's their third model that came out. This is for carpet and wood. And I want to do a demo right now on tack strip. I'm using the utility tape. Utility tape is for mainly what people use it for. And the guys that buy these irons are either carpet layers or wood installers. And what they do is, for instance, for the carpet layers, they'll use it for a lot of patterned carpets and things like that. And then for the wood installers, they use it for starter rows. You get down their first row, and then they glue it down, and then they're able to glue off of that and tap it over, and then that board doesn't move. Normally what would happen is they would put down that first board. They'd have to like put a board on the other side and nail it or something. And it was just time consuming, and it's also downtime. If you notice, I put this tape down with the pressure side, this right here, sticky part down, and then I rolled it to kind of get some of these wrinkles out. Anytime you put any kind of glue on a floor, whether it's when you're gluing down carpet or vinyl or VCT, you're always supposed to roll it so it's not going to hurt anything. And then I got my tack strip here, and on the other, I did another row prior to this, and it was looked like the tack strip was bent a little bit, so I cut it in pieces. But I want to try a full piece and see what happens. So I'm going to put my tack strip in, and I'm going to leave my little gap. Standard gap is about 1/4 inch. Depends on the carpet, but most carpets will tuck into that. And then I found the best thing to use was cardboard. I tried 2 other ways of doing it, and let me show you what I did here. Cardboard was the best way overall, but I came with this idea to make a board to put my Kool on, and then that didn't work. So then I figured, well, let me put some holes in it. I made one like that, and that didn't work, right? And then I went back to the cardboard, and that worked. So these were kind of a fail. But the cardboard works, and you can get cardboard off of a box of seaming tape, or you could probably find one on the job. Maybe the customer has something at their house, or you get any kind of cardboard. I mean, it's just a regular cardboard off, I think, a case of soda. So I'll put my cardboard here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and push it down real lightly. Not too hard. And then I have my iron set on high. That seemed to work the best. It's going to smoke a little bit, but it doesn't hurt nothing. So I made the cardboard so that it would kind of support the iron. And I'm going to start where I'm supposed to start, with the arrows on the end to there. And then let me get a pen so I can mark where I'm going. Because normally what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to mark where you left off. So that's where I'm going to leave off, and I'll go to the next one over here. So I'm going to put it on high, put the power button on, okay? And there it goes. Now it's not blinking, which means it's reading it. You can see smoke come out here and over here. Looks like it's mostly coming out on this side over here. There it goes there, see that? Okay, now it's done. I'm going to take my iron off. Take off my cardboard. I'm going to push down on it. My finger, and I'm going to try not to get my fingers in the glue. I would push down on the cardboard, but it'll grab the pins. And then I have my weight here, which I was thinking about putting on, but I don't want to get glue all over it. I'm hoping I can invent something that I can put on here that'll support the weight, and then, you know, the nails won't go through. So, but I gotta keep moving here, so we'll go with the next one. And the next one to be here. See, I made up this little mock with the wall and the baseboard and the floor. I'm doing this on wood, by the way. And there's a reason for it. I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna stretch off it later. But I also want to do one on concrete. But the one on concrete, I'm probably gonna have to do like on the ground somewhere, you know. So I think that grabbed it pretty good. Keep going here. I left off right here where this mark is. It's gonna be my next mark. One thing about this iron is you gotta watch the cord, because if it's too tight and you let go of it, it'll turn. And this thing can't move once you turn it on, otherwise it won't read. So I want to put it on high again, power it up. When the light goes on, that means it's working. If it flashes, that means that something's wrong. See it smoking? It means it's melting. Iron over here. Take my cardboard off. This does not smell as bad as a regular seaming iron, a conventional seaming iron. When I first started laying carpet like 42 years ago, I came into the age of the seaming iron. And so we were like the first generation. I mean, I never used an iron when I first started because I didn't know how. And it took me till I was probably, let's see, I started when I was 16. I'm 58 now, so by the time I started using an iron, I was about 23, 24 years old. And they came out with all kinds of irons, you know, like, and the biggest thing about seaming irons back in the day was that if you didn't know what you were doing with it, it would burn the carpet, and then you'd have a bad seam. So this one, you know, I haven't really used this on carpet that much. I just did a couple repairs. Find out there's so much other uses for it other than carpet. I think if I did a reel on this, I would play that song "Smokin'" by Boston. I did another one of these. It seemed to work out pretty good. Normally I would have to cut these pieces right here, and then I would I'd glue them in with a liquid nail, and then every other inch I would put like a glue gun, just to keep it from moving until the liquid nail took over. I'm going to hit it one more time on the end over here. If I had a bigger room, I could just keep going, but I'm going to be using this later. I'm going to put it on medium and see what happens. It's still smoking, not as bad, but should be good. So this is the utility tape. That's what they call it. This is for hardwood. But today it's for tack strip. So typically tack strip is for carpet insulation over padding. So what would happen is all this leftover right here, you just get a utility knife and just cut it off. Because what's going to happen is the pad's going to go up to here and it's going to cover it anyway, so you'll never see it. It's not going to mess with it or anything like that. It's not going to hurt it. So this should be good. You got it. It's good. Okay, so the Kool glide is not just for carpet and wood, it is for tack strip too.